Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, hump day, happy hump day. Today I have less of a plan and more of just an idea of what I want to talk to you about. And I love alliteration because I'm a dork, so the theme is friends, fun, and flow. Or was it fun, friends, and flow? Anyways, it's three things, start with F. And the main idea for me today is that everything is always related. There's always a connection. You know, if you get one idea, it feels random sometimes, like one thing leads to the next, At least that's how my brain is. And it's actually the first blog post that I ever wrote almost 10 years ago now. My blog, Together Walking, I started 10 years ago in October. And I called it Tangled Monkey Chains. And I was thinking of that game, the Barrel of Monkeys game. I think it's in Toy Story, right? See, there's another connection where the monkey, you try to pick one monkey up and then they all get stuck on each other. And that's how I felt when I started blogging. I'm like, how do I write one post that's clear and concise when, you know, I have an idea and then it leads to the next and the next. And so I started off by trying to write shorter so that it could focus me. But this idea that everything's related is very much what unschooling is based on. So here's another example. This t-shirt of mine. Now I know it's backwards for you guys. If I could turn my camera around, but then I wouldn't know what I was pointing at. So it says, I get by with a little help from my hens. Get it? And then there's chickens. And for me, this shirt has a lot of different significance. One, my sister gave it to me. And my sister gives me tons of t-shirts, which is good because I never go shopping. So there's something you know about me now. I don't really spend money on myself. I don't know, I've always been very frugal. I think I got that from my mom. Even when I was a kid and I had spending money because I worked, I didn't like to spend it on myself. So my sister gets me the best t-shirts, and she knows I love t-shirts that have like kindness or peace as a theme. And this one was just super cute because we had chickens up in Virginia. We had 5 chickens and we adored those chickens, and it was one of the sad things that we had to leave behind when we moved to Florida. So this shirt makes me think of my sister. Good morning, Lisa. And it also makes me think of my friends, and my friend Lisa's here, and which is good because she's going to like what I talk about today. So this shirt makes me think of my friends because we all know that song, I get by with a little help from my friends. So there's Lisa, I'm talking about unschooling and how everything's always related to each other. So there's 2 connections with my shirt, my sister and my friends. And then of course, chickens. So yeah, this makes me think of the past because we had 5 chickens and we loved them. They were like our babies, and we didn't buy eggs for a full year, 5 chickens. And we eat a lot of eggs, to be honest. I eat eggs almost every day, and so to not buy eggs for almost a year was amazing. So it also makes me think of the future because we plan to get chickens again, and we really want to grow more food on our own. So there's just one little thing where you can see there's all sorts of connections to my t-shirt. So then I got thinking about, I was thinking about unschooling, thinking about my friends. When do we learn best? When do people learn best? When does life flow the best? And for me, and for a lot of unschoolers, we believe that we learn best when we're having fun. So think about the things that you learned most easily and most quickly. You learn when you enjoy something. And that's a core concept of unschooling, and something that I love so much. So when we are having fun, when we enjoy ourselves, things are just so much easier. That's why I'm having so much fun creating this new community called Rise Up Community, because I'm inspired. Yesterday morning, I spent all morning making one graphic, which you guys can see as the cover photo. And then I spent all afternoon, hours, working on another graphic that's going to make it really clear for you if this community is a good fit for you. It's one of those fun flow charts, like answer yes or no. And I was just so in the flow that all of a sudden it was dinner time. And that's what flow is like, right? When we're really enjoying something. So that's what I want. I want our community to be fun too. And my friend Lisa here actually gave me a fun idea the other day. On Monday, I posted a little bit of a rant on my personal page about current events and how I was just feeling a little bit down, even a little ragey, which, happens to all of us. But the whole point of us creating this community is that we start to move away from that feeling. We can't, when we're stuck in fear or anger, our energy isn't moving in a positive way. Hi, Adam. Thanks for hopping on. Anyways, I had posted how I was feeling kind of sad, and Lisa sent me the best video of this person singing the song. I actually didn't even know the song. It was Freedom. And it just made me think of an idea for our community that maybe once a month we have Fun Fridays where we get on a Zoom call together and we celebrate whatever wins we've all had that month, whatever progress we've made, whatever goals we've met. Maybe even have a dance party if anyone's into that, because dancing is something I love, but I know I don't do it enough. There's that meme that I shared recently about, I think it's the African communities, where they say, when a person's depressed, they say, when's the last time you sang? When's the last time you danced? When's the last time you sat in silence or told stories? And so I think we could all dance more. I love singing. I sing every day to the radio, but anyways, I want the community to be fun, because if we're having fun, we are going to create. It will be easier. So Lisa is just an amazing person that's already supporting me, and she's already helping me create this. She's inspiring me with ideas, and her and Adam, they have both been sharing great funny memes, and I love laughing. Laughter is so important. So what else? The other thing I've been thinking about with this idea of fun and flow is, when are we most productive in life? And not that I don't believe we should always be productive. Like, being productive isn't the point of life. But it does feel good for us to accomplish things, right? And this another blog post of mine popped in my head that I wrote, "The best kind of busy and the right kind of rest." And the truth is that if we have nothing going on, we often won't accomplish anything. Like, if we don't have some kind of structure or some kind of obligation that we feel good about in our days, like say when we're locked down, maybe some people thought, oh, I'm going to get all this stuff done at home now that I have to stay home. And maybe some people did. But there are a lot of people that when our days are empty, we actually become less productive. And I know for myself, like when I'm seeing myself create for this community, I'm actually doing more for my family. I'm more productive. I'm engaging with my kids more and at a higher level. Whereas I could have used it as an excuse. I don't have time. I don't have time to create a new business in a community right now. I could have said that. I have so much responsibility with my kids. I'm unschooling them. Carter needs me. He's special needs. I could have used that as an excuse, but now what I'm seeing is I'm actually engaged with them in a higher level and doing as much or more than I did before. And so that's like an example of how sometimes when we're busier, another example is, I think athletes can relate to this. I was a college athlete. I played basketball at the university level, and people sometimes said, how do you do it? How do you get such good grades and do all your work? And then you travel. We flew to games. And it's just like, when you knew you had to do it, you organized your time accordingly. So if you're thinking you don't have time for this, I got news for you. You do have time, and what you might find is when you commit time to this, is you will actually be more organized about your time and be more productive in other areas of your life. So I want to talk a little bit more about friendship, because friendship is going to be a key part of our community and inspiring each other. And a friend I'm thinking of, and I didn't get permission to say their name, so I'm not going to. When we met, this friend was also an unschooler, and she really needed someone to talk to about unschooling, because there was no one in her life that really understood it. There was no one that was unschooling also. And so she needed time to kind of vent about people that didn't get it, and about, basically that's it. People don't get it if they don't do it. And there's a lot of things that we see as unschoolers that kids are treated in ways that don't seem right to us. So she needed to vent a lot. And what I saw over time is this friend, once she felt more secure, like, I'm not the only one in the world doing this, because she was able to talk to me and I was able to share my experiences. I had been unschooling longer because my kids were older. she became more confident. She became happier, and the vents, they stopped because now this person feels happy and confident with their choice. Last night, Marisol and I were at our Liberty class, and a woman asked about unschooling, and I love talking about unschooling. So I was able to kind of explain what it is, and I've gotten really good at explaining. One little spiel I give is, it's basically living like school doesn't exist. There's no curriculum. You're not trying to create school at home. And I always talk about when kids are little, because this woman's child is not in kindergarten yet. When they're 2 or 1, do you have to teach them to walk and talk? Of course not. They learn it on their own. They're little sponges. They learn everything. And so what we do as unschoolers is we create this rich life. We don't deprive our children, no. We support them in their interests. We bring things to them that we see that they would enjoy. And again, because they're having fun, they learn so easily. This person also wanted to know if my children were like up to par or behind other children, which was a little bit, Marisol pointed out, it was pretty rude to ask right in front of Marisol, which I didn't really point that out because I don't want to discourage people. And in the moment, I'm so into explaining. But I did make her stop and think about that. The first thing I said, I didn't answer the question. I said, well, there's a lot to break down with that question, because what is this idea of being ahead or behind? We've created it. It's artificial. There is no ahead or behind. Like, for example, in our Liberty class, some people are really into it. They're diving deep. They're doing extra research. They already remember the history. And others of us are really new in that we've forgotten the history we learned in high school, right? Or there's things that we've never learned before. It doesn't mean someone's smarter or less intelligent. It just means we have a different baseline. So anyways, these are just some thoughts I have today. Everything's all related. Everything's all connected. You're going to have access to my brain and all of these different ideas, unschooling. I made a cool graphic yesterday. I'm going to share it. I'll share it in the comments here about, if this community is right for you. And unschooling, alternative parenting, alternative medicine. I want to talk about creating new habits, changing your mindset, changing core beliefs. A really key thing I learned about that was hypnosis when I was a Hypnobabies instructor for birth. So these are the kind of knowledge-based things that I can share with you, but also it's not just knowledge, it's about how do you change your life? What is the process that you need to go through? So anyways, I'm really happy to see you guys here today. It's Wednesday. 2 weeks from now, doors will be open, so I'll be accepting founding members, which I'm super excited about. Make sure you like this page if you haven't already. Go over to YouTube and subscribe. I'll post that link. And if you want to get on my email list, I will also post a link that you can subscribe to my email list. Have a great week, and please private message me if you have any questions. Love you all. Bye.